everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're heading straight to Texas, but not for what you'd expect. The Texas State Fair, usually packed shoulder to shoulder, rides spinning, music blasting. This year, it looks empty, like eerily empty. We're talking one of the biggest fairs in the entire country, and there are barely any crowds. No lines, no noise, just silence. So the question is, what happened? Is it the economy? The prices? Or are people just done paying premium money for a few hours of fun? Let's break it down. Because if the Texas State Fair, of all places, can't fill seats, it might be saying something much bigger about where America is right now.
Everybody vote. They say the Texas State Fair, the world's biggest state fair, is empty. And that state fair holds millions of people every single year. That's like my favorite thing to do since I've been living in Texas. Everybody vote.
I have never seen the Texas State Fair on opening weekend this empty. If this is not a recession indicator, I don't know what to tell you. Y'all, I have lived here for 22 years in Dallas. I moved here from New York City, and this has always been like the thing. Everybody goes to the Texas State Fair. It doesn't matter how much money you make, whatever. Like, this is the thing that you do, that you take your family to. But I think it says a lot about what families are able to do currently with this current economy. I saw someone post on Facebook that they spent $107 before they even ingested anything, rode anything, ate anything, drank anything. That was just them buying their tickets for them, their kids, parking, and walking through the gate. Some families right now don't have an extra $100 a month to do anything. So imagine, like, that just gets you in there. You can look around, you can check it out, but like, you can't eat anything, you can't eat any of the food, you can't ride any of the rides. Like, this is scary. But this is the best economy we've ever had, right?
Man, this clip hits harder than any headline. The Texas State Fair, empty on opening weekend? That's not just weird, that's a warning sign. This is supposed to be the biggest, loudest family event in Dallas, and now it looks like a ghost town. And she's right. When a family can't even walk through the gates without dropping over $100, that's not fun anymore, that's punishment. They call it the strongest economy ever, yeah? Then why can't average families afford the same weekend tradition their parents did? Empty fairs? Empty wallets? That's the real snapshot of America right now, so here's what I want to know. Is this just inflation doing its thing? Or are we finally seeing the cost of living crush middle America for good?
Hey, it's Joe from Georgia. So the Texas State Fair is having pretty rough times during the first few days of their opening this year. No one's going, and it's because of the expense. The food's high, the admission's high, and there's nothing for free there. And they want to blame it. The state fair itself says, oh, it's just the first few days of it opening. It's normal, no one comes. But once everybody gets the excitement of the state fair being here in a few days, because we're here for 24 days, our attendance will be fine. Well, according to people who are going there, when you're paying $16 to get in to the fair, you're paying $12 for a drink, and we're talking about a soda. Their food prices have gone crazy, and they want to say everybody's fine. Let's be for real. We know why the costs are up, because the economy right now, with the cost of goods, is ridiculous. And it all comes back to the state of Texas, who never opens their eyes to anything.
Joe's not wrong. When you're paying $16 just to walk through the gate and $12 for a soda, that's not a fair anymore. That's a luxury event. And the wild part is how they try to spin it. Oh, it's just the first few days, crowds will pick up. No, people aren't staying home because they're lazy. They're staying home because they can't afford to show up. Let's be real. It's not about fun anymore. It's about survival. Families are skipping fairs, concerts, even simple weekend plans because every dollar already has a job. Rent, gas, groceries, and when organizers keep pretending everything's fine while charging these prices, it just shows how out of touch they've become. So I'm curious, what do things look like where you live? Are people still going out to events, or are they cutting back the same way?
Made it to the state fair. I'm gonna wander around for a little bit.
Hey, grab a tea, guys. Wait downstairs. Come on over and have a little fun.
Over there.
Right, so far, I guess I would give the state fair maybe like 2.5 out of 5 stars. Food is definitely overpriced. I went to this place and it was like a deviled egg restaurant. It was these Wagyu sliders. So it was like the egg was the bun. So that was actually pretty good for me because I don't eat a lot of bread. It was 22 tickets, which is $22. And they don't give you forks. They don't give you napkins. When you get a drink, there's no lid on it. It's stuff like that. I did try the fried Oreos. They're actually pretty good. I was thinking the Oreos would be hard, but of course they're not. And it's kind of like a funnel cake, breading on the outside of it. Shein has a pop-up, so I went to look in there, but they had like 5 pieces of clothing for men, 5 pieces for women, and it was just kind of like, what is this? Looked at some cars, like some car dealerships were set up out here. Basically got my steps in, walked around a little bit. That way I don't have to go to the Katy Trail later, because when I first got here, the guy was making a big deal about my fanny pack. He was like, wait a second, ma'am, that might not be allowed in here. You may have to go back home. Like, are you fucking serious? And he said that people have to have a clear bag. Meanwhile, everybody's walking around here with purses and stuff. But he was just doing the most. This is my first time at the state fair. I can say that I did it and I don't have to come back.
You can feel her disappointment through the screen. $22 for one snack, and they can't even give you a napkin or a fork? And that fanny pack story says it all. Security hassling random people while others walk right through with bigger bags. That's not about safety, that's about control and confusion. What used to be a fun day full of food, music, and family has turned into a checklist of overpriced frustration. When people start saying that about the biggest event in Texas, that's not a fair problem, that's a culture problem. Too expensive to enjoy, too strict to relax, and too disappointing to return. So tell me, have you noticed things like this where you live too? Events getting stricter, pricier, and somehow less fun?
The iconic Texas State Fair is currently trending, but for all the wrong reasons. As we all know by now, this fair has been coming year after year. It's been a family function. Everybody goes, they have a great time, and it's always packed. The issue right now is that for this year, 2025, there's multiple videos that are trending right now where you can see the fair in the day or in the night pretty much completely empty. At first, I thought it was somebody that was trolling. You know, they went the first day or they went on a Monday when it was empty. But there's multiple days, different days, and then here's the thing. People that actually live close to the fair are also commenting saying that yes, it is empty. And then on the days that it's full, it still like looks kind of like empty compared to years that have passed. I would like to see a video Saturday like around 5 through 8. If somebody could get a video and post that, I would like to do it, see it, because that is technically prime time. And then if that is empty, that means that, yeah, it is empty. I'm not from Texas. I'm just going based on what I'm seeing and reviewing. But I would like to know. Let me know, guys, if you've been to the Texas State Fair. Is it packed or is it empty? Down below, I'll be reading all the comments. And like always, don't forget to follow for more viral news.
Currently, almost no one went to the Texas State Fair this year. Let me tell you, Texas is the #1 most distressed state in people in the United States right now. The people in Texas are the #1 distressed financially right now. #2 is Florida. Florida is #2 where the people are struggling worse than any other state. #1, Texas, the red state. #2, Florida, the red state. Yes, they both voted for Donald Trump. This is a little bit of an FAFO, but this is a sure sign that not only is a recession coming and is already in about 22 states, according to Moody's top economists. I'm going to say it. We are about to experience our first self-inflicted depression. Self-inflicted. Please get your finances in order. Please call your elected official.
That's a pulse check on America's wallet. Texas, the so-called economic powerhouse, now ranking as the most financially distressed state, that says everything. And it's not just Texas. Florida's right behind it. Both states that bragged about being business-friendly. But when regular people can't even afford a night of fun, what's left to brag about? Calling this a self-inflicted depression hits hard because it's true. We kept ignoring the warning signs, kept spending like nothing was wrong, and now it's catching up fast. The fair isn't empty because people don't care. It's empty because people are broke. So let me ask you this. Are we really in a temporary slump, or has the American middle class finally hit the breaking point? But anyway, in our next video, we'll see how those who portray the crisis affecting people's pockets as a small difference are actually disconnected from the public.
Hey guys, this is Kayla reporting live from the State Fair. So I actually work the State Fair of Texas every year as a vendor. I sell outdoor kitchens. I think that this year, of course, you have probably heard that we are seeing a very low attendance rate. And to be honest, I think social media platforms have had a lot to play in that, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've been doing this, like I said, for a very long time, and the fair is always expensive, guys. The fair is a treat. It comes around once a year. Maybe things have gone up $1 or $2 here and there, but to be honest, parking's always been about $30. Entrance has always been $25 to $30. And the food's always been a little bit more expensive than your average restaurant, because this is a fun outing for the family. This is a special occasion that comes once a year. And I think that social media playing on that and making it a bigger deal than what it is, because it's always been priced similarly to this year, has played a major role. And it's very sad to see that we're seeing such a low attendance rate at the fair. I understand that the economy is not great right now, and that has a lot to do with it. But the fair has always been this way as far as pricing goes. And the fair is not avoided from what's going on right now as far as the tariffs and us vendors, the food vendors and things like that, having to charge just a little bit more because things have gone up in price. I've also heard a few people say that they're not coming because of ICE being here. And I have heard a couple people say that that's been confirmed. I'm not trying to say that anybody is wrong, because I have not seen any of the conversations where Dallas PD is confirming that. But I have been here every single day, and ICE is not here. So we would love for you guys to come down to the Texas State Fair. Yes, it is a little bit more pricier than your average outing, but it is the State Fair of Texas. It happens once a year, and it is a treat to be able to come. So we would love for you guys to come and check us out, check all of us vendors out, support us, support our livelihood, support the fair. It is a nonprofit that gives back to the community year round. So anyways, thank you guys for listening. We hope that you're able to come and make it. Don't forget that the fair has a lot of free activities to do. You can come and spend a lot of money on food and spend a lot of money on riding rides, but there's also a lot of free entertainment, shows, the automobile center. You can ride Jeeps. You can't drive them, but they'll take you on a test ride in Jeeps and Rams for free. Those are really fun and really cool. So don't forget that there is a lot of free things to do here as well. And we hope to see you here. Bye.
She's been working the state fair for years, and she's proud of it. But her message says a lot about where we are right now. She's trying to stay positive, saying prices have always been this way, that it's just a treat once a year. But let's be real. When people start defending $30 parking and $25 admission, something's off. And she's not wrong about social media making things louder. But social media didn't empty the fairgrounds. People's wallets did. Families aren't staying home because of TikTok rumors. They're staying home because everything costs more and paychecks don't stretch like they used to. So I'm curious, do you think people are just adapting to higher prices? Or are we finally hitting the point where fun itself is becoming unaffordable? And that's going to wrap it up for today. If this story hit a little too close to home, you're not the only one feeling it. There's another video on screen that dives deeper into how we got here and where things might be headed next.